Here we go. Hi, I'm Peggy Beauregard. We are the Real Estate Matchmakers for your financial freedom. We match cash to deals and deals to cash. We save you time and you make money because the deals come to us and the returns go to you. And today we have Vera Anderson, who is now in the Miami area or Tampa area. She's on the west side, not the east side. And we met at a family office in December. And I was just so curious about her business that I really thought that you might want to know more about what she does and see how it could be helpful to you in your business. So this is Vera Anderson. Hi, Vera.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Peggy.
And Vera Anderson is a dynamic legacy coach. And what I loved is the legacy coach, because we all want to leave a legacy. And she focuses on sustainable growth for her clients. She's an entrepreneur and a mentor with a private equity background and global resources. She provides customized guidance to fund managers, C-level executives, and family office principals striving to reach their full potential in business and in life, and in helping them create an intentional legacy. And what I liked about you, Vera, is that you said something to me when we were talking one time about not giving up one part of your life to have another part of your life be successful. And actually, that's actually why I asked you to come on and have this interview. So tell us a little bit about what legacy coaching is.
Absolutely. So one of the important things that I do is I work with very high achieving individuals who have by all means arrived, if you will. But there's always more, right? We're always striving to reach that full potential. We always feel like there is 1%, 2%, 5%, 10% more that we can squeeze out of life. And a lot of people that I work with are very successful and very successful in business. But what life is about is not only being successful in business, but it's also being successful in life and in relationships and in protecting your health and for nurturing relationships and serving in your community and really experiencing life to its fullest. So that's what I help these individuals achieve, is not only experience fulfillment in their business life, but also experience that fulfillment in their personal life and create an intentional legacy every single day. Because it's not what you leave at the end, it's how you live your entire life.
Certainly is. I agree with that. So tell us a little bit about if I were one of your clients, what are the three main challenges that your clients face? Because I think I face more than just three.
Well, I would say for the main challenges are losing sight of the big picture. If you're running a business, it doesn't matter if it's a startup business or you've been in business for decades and have gone through various cycles. At some point, you just feel like you're so bogged down with fighting fires that you forget what it is that you're moving towards. And really understanding what it is that you want to achieve, the outcome itself, rather than all of the little steps. That's a key. And that I find that's to be a challenge for a number of business owners. The other one kind of goes hand in hand, and that's stagnation in your business or stagnation with your growth. And what happens is a lot of times these same individuals, especially if they've formed the entity and they've nurtured it from birth, if you will, have a hard time delegating some of the operational parts of the business. And what happens is once they grow and they scale and they hold on to too many things, they become the bottleneck. So it's identifying what needs to be delegated, how it needs to be delegated so they feel comfortable with it and that the work gets actually done. And the most important part is understanding why aren't they delegating? What is that fear or trigger or hesitation behind that decision? And I'd say the third one has to do with making big life decisions. As with anything, if it's big enough, it can be overwhelming. So for some of my clients, it's, the decision to exit their business and sell it after, so many years or decades of running it. And then they're faced with a very unique state where they have unlimited resources, they have unlimited time, they have unlimited possibilities, but they don't know what to do next. And that can be a little bit overwhelming. So I help these individuals to figure out what it is that they want to achieve, again, from standpoint of lifestyle and passion and business, and help them go through that transition in a very authentic way so that their desires get translated into the physical lifestyle that they're creating for themselves and for those around them.
That's great. So thank you very much for your time for doing this, Vera. I really, really, really appreciate it. Anne, tell me, what compelled you to go into this line of business?
Absolutely. Well, as you mentioned in the introduction, I started out in private equity, and I was a partner on the operating or on the M&A side initially, then transitioned to the operating side, and I was based in London for a couple of years. Also served on the boards of our joint venture partnerships in other countries. And it got to a point where I've achieved the goal that I've set for myself of becoming an international executive. But because I was so overwhelmed, I was working, 80 hours a week. It wouldn't be uncommon for me to be on a conference call at 1:00 in the morning because we were doing a transaction with a company in Australia. And I've traveled, so my body didn't know what time zone I was on. And at some point you get to the state where you're sort of checking all the tick marks on the resume, on the accomplished box. But when you become very honest with yourself, you're exhausted and just not feeling any sense of fulfillment or growth. And so I found myself in that state, and that happened to coincide with 2008, 2009 market crash. So as you can imagine, that was very difficult on the business. And I took a step back and thought, I want to succeed, I want to achieve, but I have to do it differently. And so that created this need to try different things and to learn and to really kind of dig into what is it that is making me tick. And I went into startup environment thinking that would be an easier transition because there's less people involved than an international or multinational conglomerate. So jumped into that fire and did a couple of businesses in the startup space. And then I took another pause in 2016 and thought, what is it that I absolutely love? And what is it that I would want to do when I grow up? And what came up to me is I loved supporting other people. I loved supporting entrepreneurs, and I do a lot of mentoring as well. But giving others this power to achieve more than they thought was possible. And I also realized that you can have the most beautiful strategic plan, but unless you have the mindset to carry it out, it becomes an expensive doorstop. So I went through a coaching training under Tony Robbins's umbrella called Strategic Intervention Coaching. And then I started working with CEOs and C-level executives, and have just been cultivating and developing my business. But it's that realization that I'm able to make an impact on an individual who then has capacity of creating an impact in their community, in their business, and in the world. That's what's most thrilling about this work to me.
That's terrific. Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you,
anyone, how would you like someone to get a hold of you? I know you have a website. I've seen several of your videos on YouTube and your interviews, and you're really amazing. Tell us how you'd like people to get a hold of you.
Absolutely. Well, you can always find me on LinkedIn, Vera Anderson, Legacy Coach. And that's a platform that I mostly use. My website is globalelementsconsulting.com. And if you're interested in learning more about what I do or connecting with me, there is a link there that you can book a complimentary conversation or a complimentary session with me, and discuss what challenges might be that I can help you overcome. And my email is vera@globalelementsconsulting.com.
Great. Thank you very, very, very much. This has been most enlightening. Is that the right word?